What's happening, YouTube? Comically Flawed here. Hope everybody is gearing up for a good weekend and enjoying their Friday night. So I know it's been a minute since I've made a video. I apologize for that. Life's just been kind of hectic and haven't had a whole lot of time to sit down and make a video. So anyway, this is actually my second go round at this video. The first one got corrupted, unfortunately, which is, believe it or not, probably better for all of y'all because maybe this one will be a little bit shorter without some of the mistakes I made last time. But, oh well. So, anyway, I've got a back issue haul, some stuff that's come in over the last little bit that I wanted to show off. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, well, actually, before I do, let me just say a quick thank you and what's up to Alex the Comic Hoarder and to the Doom 143. I'm sure everybody who's subscribed to my channel is already watching those guys and already subscribed to them. But they are just awesome members of this community and put out really great content, send out so many acts of kindness, do just really so many good things for this comic community. But they shouted me out in their 400 sub contest and made subbing to my channel one of the requirements. And since then, I've noticed a whole lot of extra subs, I'm sure, from that, exactly coming from that. So, and as a result, I'm actually over 100 subs now. So you guys can be sure to expect a contest from me sometime in the future. I still have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. Haven't decided exactly the criteria, how I'm going to work it, what the prizes are going to be. So got to put some thought into that, but definitely stay tuned. Sometime in the very near future for a contest video from me. Anyway, just want to say thank you again to those guys for doing that. I really appreciate it. And, you know, definitely go check out their channels, watch their videos, comment, show them some love because they're really doing some great stuff for this community. So, yeah. Anyway, this first group of books that I got is actually an order that I placed from Graham Crackers. Now, I never ordered from them before, but they had some books that I was looking for and hadn't been able to find anywhere else. So I decided to give it a try, and I have to give them a thumbs up. The package came shipped very, very well packed, came very quickly. It was one of those, like a Gemini mailer. It didn't actually say Gemini like stamped on it like I've seen before, but it was the same kind of premise. And then that inside of just a, you know, what am I trying to say? Priority mail mailer. So yeah, it came secure. All their comics were, at least the relatively modern ones, were labeled just very fine to near mint. They didn't get too specific on the grades. On some of their other stuff, I did notice they got a little more specific, but most of the newer stuff just said very fine to near mint. And I would say, you know, most of the stuff falls in that category. A few of these have some spine creases. Like this one's got a spine tick right there. Definitely doesn't really, it kind of breaks color. So, you know, this one probably falls more in the near or very fine category. But most of them I would say would be near mint, and I can't really complain. So definitely, you know, go ahead and check those guys out. But first here we've got Peanuts issue 0 from the Kaboom series. It'd be the series 1. Kaboom did 2 series, volume 1 and volume 2 from 2011 and 2012. Any of y'all have watched any of my previous videos know I'm a big Charlie Brown fan, and more specifically a big Snoopy fan. So I'm working on going through these series. The first one is 4 issues. Well, I guess technically 5 if you count this 0 issue. And then the second series is, I believe, 31 or 32 issues. So I'm working through those. So anyway, this is issue 0 from that first series. And this is actually a cover pretty close anyway from Peanuts number 13 from the original Dell series from the 60s, late 50s, early 60s, which I'm also working on. But anyway, this is kind of a cover from number 13 with Snoopy carrying the drum there. So yeah, it's issue number 0. And then one of my favorites, this is issue number 1. This cover right here is actually a copy of Peanuts number 7 from the Dell series, which you may have heard me talk about in the past, is a book that I am really actively looking for. It's on my 2017 list. I thought I had nailed just a super sick 9.2 copy of this, of the Dell version. But the auction, the site basically had a book listed on consignment that I guess they didn't really have, and so I bought it, and then turns out they didn't really have it. So oh well. So I'm still actively seeking that Peanuts number 7. But this is what the cover looks like from it, albeit this one's a lot brighter, being a newer issue, and they've kind of spiced it up a little bit. But just a great, great cover. So again, this is number 1 from the Dell Kaboom Peanuts. Excuse me, not Dell. Kaboom Peanuts, Volume 1, issue number 1. And next is number 2. So again, that first series is 4 issues. There are variants of each issue, which I do not have. I do have one of the variants from number 1 from the Emerald City Comic Con, which I believe I've showed before. Is just a great cover of Snoopy doing the Red Baron thing on the doghouse. But outside of the variants, this does complete series number 1 for me. Excuse me. So I'd like to pick up the variants at some point, but at least that series is complete. And then working on series number 2. This is number 1. I find it ironic. It may not show up real well. Up here in the corner it says 1 of 4, which is a little bit of irony because it's actually the first series that is 4 issues, whereas this one is 31 or 32. Go figure. But anyway, number 1. Number 7, very cool cover there of Snoopy doing some bowling. And number 9. Yeah, number 9. I'm about halfway through with this series. I've got most of the ones, I believe, that actually have Snoopy on the cover. I kind of knocked those out first. And then I still have definitely some of the rest of them to pick up. But we'll get there eventually. So, but this place had a couple of these I've seen other places. Graham Crackers actually had that number 1 that's the copy of number 7 of them sledding down the hill. And I haven't been able to find that one anywhere else. So I went ahead and grabbed it and then added a few along with it. So the next thing I've got is a shipment I got in from Frankie's Comics. They do a bunch of store variants of stuff, and I had ordered these quite a while back, actually. I believe this was the Cyber Monday bundle that they had, as well as I added in a few other things. There were a couple comics, though, that weren't released yet, so I had to wait for my entire shipment until the last one got released. So it took a little while to get this in. I just got this last week. But yeah, some very cool story variants. A lot of these comics I did not pick up off the shelf. I guess I thought about it, but I knew I had the variants coming, and I've been trying to cut back a little bit on the new issues, so I can focus on some back issues a little bit more. I'd like to go back and get a lot more Iron Man, Bronze Age, Copper, some Thor, Silver, Bronze, Copper, some Spider-Man, a lot of older series I'd like to go back and work on a little bit more. So trying to cut back on the moderns a little bit. I did a pretty good job of that 2 weeks ago. I still have to do my weekly haul from the last 2 weeks. This week fell down a little bit and picked up quite a few things, but that's all right, whatever. So anyway, this is Gamora number 1. I apologize, I do not know who the artist is on this. I meant to go look it up. But again, this is the Frankie's Comics store variant. So pretty cool there. Next we have, let's see, Dr. Aphra number 1. This is the color 1 of 3,000 cover. Again, I didn't pick up Dr. Aphra off the shelf when the regular number 1 came out, but did grab these variants, or store variants, however you want to call it. And there's the black and white version, the 1500, one of 1500. So pretty cool looking cover. I do have the not Star Wars, Darth Vader #3 first appearance of Dr. Aphra. And I really enjoy that Star Wars, or that Darth Vader series. So, but anyway, I'd be interested to crack one of these open and see how this individual book is. Next, we have a book that a lot of people have shown. This one's been out for quite a while, but again, I had to wait on the shipment to show up for mine because it was bundled with some other stuff. This is Venom #2, the Lotto cover. Very cool. I think I like the, sorry for the glare, guys, everybody. One of my New Year's resolutions, try to figure out a better way to film this for y'all without all the glare. So, but yeah, this is #2. I think I definitely like the #1 better, but still a very cool cover. All of these, I did not get the 3-pack with the Virgin variant. Just passed on it because of the money. But I definitely like these as well. And there is the black and white. Very, very cool. The Lotto cover. Some more Lotto. If I can get these in the right order. Ghost Rider #1. Again, did not pick up. Actually, Venom I did pick up the regular #2 because I'm grabbing that series. Just a big Venom fan. But Ghost Rider I did not. I figured the variants would be good enough. So I'm kind of watching the screen here, and there's no way to fight this glare in the Mylar. But very, very cool Ghost Rider cover. That's the 3000, one of 3000, and then there's the black and white, one of 1500. I've never been a huge Ghost Rider fan, but saw these covers and just thought, wow, that is really, really sick. So had to pick those up. Next is the book that I believe probably caused this order to take so long to ship, because it's one of the last books to come out, and that's Hulk #1. Now this one is Saya, I believe it is. The only other book I know that she does is Lola XOXO. I'm sure she does some other stuff, but that's the one I'm familiar with. But very cool book there, with the kind of reflection going on. And pardon me, guys, dinner's bothering me. Same as the rest of these. That's the black and white cover, which is also very cool. The 1 in 500 or 1 in 600 Virgin cover is, I believe, the same as this one, with the exception of her reflection. In her reflection, she's all green. So yeah, pretty cool book there. And then finally, as part of that, a couple of those, I think the Ghost Rider and the Venom were ones I ordered separately. The rest of those were part of the Cyber Monday deal, along with these right here. This is the Matina, I believe it is, cover. Pretty popular book lately. There's been a lot of cool variants of this. Justice League versus Suicide Squad. These are the color versions. So you've got the Harley and the rest of the Suicide Squad there. Pretty cool. And then there's the Justice League with the Trinity on the cover. Again, that's the color connecting version. There was a very cool variant of this book that had Harley. I'm not sure who did it. It was on KRS Comics, but it wasn't the Kirkham variant. But it had Harley kind of sitting on top of Wonder Woman's shield. I thought that one was really, really cool, but missed out on it. I believe it's sold out. And then continuing on with that, this is the black and white version of that connecting cover. Again, great artwork from Matina. So some really, really good looking books. So I have not been grabbing the entire Justice League Suicide Squad series. I mean, like I said, trying to cut back a little bit, but just wanted to pick up those covers for that number 1 because I thought they were really good looking. So next what we have is, leave this up here for just a second so y'all guys have something to look at. So Strictly Comics has been doing some raffles on his channel. I encourage you guys to go check that out. And while I'm at it, give a quick shout out to his channel, or excuse me, a couple channels. JLS Comics, Tuesday Comic Conversation, 8:30 on Tuesdays, had their first show last week, or first show back after the new year. And we'll be going forward with that, hopefully for, hopefully for a long time, every Tuesdays at 8:30 on JLS's channel. And then also on Thursdays, hasn't started back up yet, but hopefully they will on Strictly Comics channel, Thursday Night Talk. You got JLS on that, Strictly Comics, Exile State Comics. You got Buckshot 33, Boston Chris. So I encourage everybody to check that out. Have a really good time in the chat. So, but anyway, Strictly Comics on his channel has been doing some raffles. He did, I believe the first one was Secret Wars number 8, Spider-Man in the Black Suit, and he may actually have another copy of that being auctioned off right now. I can't remember. I believe it's signed even. I'm not 100% sure. But one of the raffles he did recently, which I bought a couple of entries into, was for this book right here that I was lucky enough to have my number pulled and come away with this as a winner. This is Avengers number 196, first full appearance of the Taskmaster. This is from June of 1980, I guess. So very cool book. As I said, I'm trying to go back and collect some back issues. So this was a nice score, nice pickup. Again, lucky enough to have my number drawn. Had a pretty good night. That was the same night Clemson won the national championship, and also came in third in ADI Samurai's contest. So pretty good night all the way around. But this is in a CBCS. I'm not sure how high this camera is getting, so we'll just go ahead and do this. CBCS 9.0. And as you can tell, it's in a yellow label, which means it is a authorized signature. And right here we've got George Perez and Jim Shooter. Looks like it was signed, what is that? August 7th, 2016 at the Tampa Bay Comic-Con. So super score on that. Very happy to get this book and win that in the raffle. And last but most definitely not least, and this loses a little bit of thunder because again I said this was my second go round of shooting this video. So unfortunately it's already marked off the list. But here is my list of books that I want to pick up in 2017. So, and I'd already made some pretty good progress on that. We've got G.I. Joe number 1. That's the Marvel first one. Still got some work to do. And then we've got Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage I picked up. And got some other books that I'd like to get this year as it goes on. Again, we're only on August 10th, so making some pretty good progress to have 2. And you may notice I jumped, but we actually have number 3 knocked off the list. Again, I already crossed it out because this is the second take. But here it is. Right here. Peanuts number 10. I may have said that backwards. It's Peanuts number 10. I'm not sure which one I said crossed off my list. But yeah, this came up on eBay. I don't see these books a whole lot. This one is not in as high quality grade as I like as some of my other Peanuts books that I've picked up. This one's a 7.0 white pages. I've been trying to get 7.5. I have a couple of 8.0s and a couple of 8.5s, but still very happy to get this book and couldn't really pass it up for the the price versus quality that it was at. Plus, I had some eBay tongue's not working. eBay bucks that I needed to spend, so it was kind of nice, kind of a pleasant surprise that this popped up when it did. So it definitely has, on this red cover, it shows up a lot. It's got 12 or 13, smallish color breaking spine ticks. But at the same time, I I'm very happy to have it. It presents well, even though it's got some issues. This is from August through October. They did these books quarterly. August through October of 1961. Again, this is Peanuts number 10 from the Dell series. So that's a 13-issue series. I'm about halfway done, I think. And we'll hopefully get that series knocked out eventually. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This video got just as long as the last one, but unfortunately, but I hope you stuck with me. And again, hope everybody has a great weekend. Please go check out Doom 143. So many people I could name. Alex the Comic Quarter, for those guys mentioning me. Strictly Comics, Exile State Comics, Buckshot 33, Drasher's Comics and Things, ADI Samurai, Walking Jedi. I'm sure there's so many people. Seeking Near Mint Comics. So many people I'm forgetting. But anyway, just want to thank y'all for watching. If you'd like to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment below. And yeah, hope everybody has a great weekend. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.